opportunity cost is anything you have to give up to get something else. In economics, when we talk of cost, we have to take all the costs in consideration, which is the opportunity cost. So let me give you an example. If you decide to go to lunch with your friends, what you're going to spend is the money that you spend on food at a restaurant. Let's say it's $20. But then you still have to drive to that restaurant. If you have a gas car, depends on a car, maybe it is $10 for you to go back and forth. And if it's further away, could be even more money. So what that means, so far, you spend the money that you spent on actual lunch, which is $20. You also spend $10 in gas, which adds to this cost. Opportunity cost is everything that you have to give up. So that's already $30 in some of the cost. But on top of it, let's say you spend 2 hours on driving and actually having lunch with your friend. That is 2 hours that you could have been working. And let's say you get $20 an hour at your job. So that's another $40. Just the time value is $40 to go to that lunch, for which you paid for food, $20, and you spend your gas to get there, which is additional $10. So for you to go to this lunch with your friend, you didn't just spend the $20 that you spent on the food while you were at a restaurant. You in total spent $70. And you see, the biggest part of it actually came from your time. That's why we have a saying, time is money. Because time is the money that you could have been earning while you're at work. I usually say in economics, we don't really have a lot of morals. We just have cost-benefit analysis, which we'll be talking about later on as well. But this is the cost that we're talking about. And if the benefit is higher than a cost, we will take the action. If the cost is higher than a benefit, we will not take the action. The value of your time for all of you will be different. If you're still a student, it might be less. If you are highly educated, highly experienced person, it will be more. So let's say for a student, it could be $20. But for a lawyer, for an example, it could be thousands of dollars. So for a lawyer to have a 2-hour lunch, that could be easily $2,000 that they're giving up on top of the money that they actually spent for lunch. So the more education, the more experience you have, the higher the value of your time is. And therefore, for you to do anything, the opportunity cost of your time is much higher. That's actually why they say it is best to go to college when you're still young and lack the time for experience. Because once you accumulate experience, the value of your time is more expensive. So for you to actually take the time to go to college will be more expensive than the value of your time. Another example for the opportunity cost, let's say you would like to go to university. You would have to pay your tuition. However much that is, it will depend on the university. You will probably have to pay for all kinds of books and supplies. On top of that, you're going to give up 4 years of your time. And more experience, the value of your time to go to college will be a lot higher. The total opportunity cost of going to the university will be higher for somebody who is older with more experience and possibly more education. And it will be lower for a younger person who has less experience and previous education. But all of these costs will have to be considered before a person decides to go to college. And some people, for an example, professional athletes, drop out of college because the value of their time becomes so high. Meaning, if they stay in college, they will not get that multi-million contract. So it actually, economically speaking, the opportunity cost of going to college becomes so high that it is more beneficial for them to drop out of college. There are some costs that will not be included here. Opportunity cost of going to the university. Something like food. You would have to eat food no matter whether you went to the university or not. So food is not the opportunity cost of going to the university. Also, like rent. Whatever rent you pay, you would have to pay that anyways. So that's not a part of going to the university. Transportation, though, will be included. Anything you pay on actual transportation to get to the university will be included in the opportunity cost. So, like I said, opportunity cost is one of the most important concepts that you have to grasp because from now on, whenever we say cost, I will be talking about the opportunity cost.